Today I want to talk to you about one mistake that if you make with your heating and air system may cost you thousands of dollars. I'm Justin Woodall with Iron Horse Property Management. If you've lived in Georgia very long, you know we have a lot of seasonal temperatures. Along with these seasonal temperatures in the spring and in the fall, we may have temperatures in the 30s and 40s one day, and it may be in the 80s the next, and then it may be back in the 30s and 40s again, or vice versa. So what does that mean? It means you're cranking on the heat and you're cranking on the air. But if you have a heat pump, this is a very important thing you need to know to preserve the components within your heat pump. You do not need to shift directly from cool to heat or from heat to cool because of the way that a heat pump works. If you switch too quickly, it can damage components like the compressor and other components inside the system. So what do you need to know? What do you need to do? If you're switching from heat to cool, I would recommend you just switch it off 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes before you switch it into that other mode. And what happens is the refrigerant needs time to stabilize before it shifts from cooling over to the heating or from heating over to cooling. So just remember that, good rule of thumb, switch it off for just a short period of time before you switch it into the other mode, or at the very least, make sure that it hasn't been running. If it hasn't been running, you can probably switch it over and be okay, but to be safe, switch it off, give it some time, and then switch it back on. Now, another thing to note, if you talk to a heat and air guy that knows more than me, some of the newer units kind of have a safeguard against this, and it may not matter as much, but again, to be safe, you don't want to ruin your compressor and spend a couple $1,000s to replace it. So when you're switching between heat and cool in the spring and the fall, again, just remember, switch it off, wait about 30 minutes, switch it back over to the other mode. Hope that saves you some money.